Не сдаваться, сколько бы ни было неудач. Когда ты знаешь, что делаешь то, что должно, ты должен пытаться.
Early this morning. Брат! Я думал, это легко идет. So, 5, 4, 3. Here you go, man. Come on, run. There you go. 5 seconds, man. No, this way. In a way, does it really matter how he fights? Because if you come out there, so far, no one's been able to stop that initial takedown, and you can just do what you want to do.
Bro, when somebody laying down on the match, it's how weird you are. You're on the ground, bro. And ground and pound, submissions, bro, they don't care about your style. So we'll see. We'll be happy to see him in the cage, middle, or fight him, striking, wrestling, grappling, and I want to know how he can handle it.
Watch guys, the other UFC fighters who usually strikes, they takes him down. I'm a wrestler in MMA, like one of the best wrestlers in MMA. How it's not possible to take him down, to take this guy down? If Robert took him down and Tyron Till scramble and take over, and he took him down as well.
Like,
is he overrated in your opinion?
No. I think he's
worthy of all the praise. He's worthy of all the praise and everything that he receives.
Absolutely. I think Khamzat is a special fighter.
As far as the Whitaker fight, the last time we saw him, to me, that was the reminder that he is still a special fighter. There was maybe a narrative where some people who thought like, okay, maybe we've seen the best of him. Maybe the sickness got to him. Maybe he's not as good as he first appeared. Whatever, the Gilbert Burns fight, he goes the distance. The Usman fight was a bit surprising. Was that the one where you also said, okay, no, this guy is back or legit, or you always believe, you never doubted?
No, from the first time I saw him fight, I knew this guy was going to be special, 100%.
Of his physical training and his training camp, and it's been amazing to see all his coaches coming together, and he's been training with Coach Cal, you know, like Armin took him over there, and he's been doing a great experience, just not on the physical training, but at the recovery, and I feel like that helped him a lot, that recovery part and that guidance that Armin put it and gave to Chimaev. So it's really nice that, man, he's been here already for like 4 or 5 weeks.
Go!
We train a lot of different things, like working with the cardio, with everything, you know. I never had bad cardio. I don't know what people are saying. I go all in, you know, so try to be in the cage with me, bro. You're gonna know which cardio I has.
MMA.
What do you make of him wanting to fight you then? Because I don't know, I believe him. When I've talked to him about it, and I remember even before he fought his last fight, he was saying, I want that guy. I want Khamzat. I want the guy that people think is the scary guy.
Respect that. So not everyone saying that, you know. So a lot of guys was running away from me, you know. So he gets the champ and he says I wants to fight him. It's good. Respect. And what I can say about it? It's good.
Then he's also kicking out this fucking leg. So he's blocked this, but he's also kicking that leg out too. He's big for the division. He's also longer than Robert Whitaker, so he's able to do that as well. Which puts Robert Whitaker on his butt, and he carried all of Khamzat's weight. And right now, Khamzat's...
Hey, go good. Good, yes. Good. Yes. Good. Very good.
Can you even tell when you guys do a stare down, you know, at the end, and you like sometimes you kind of go like this, and I've heard fighters like Cormier is always saying that he's got to feel you out, you know? Can you even tell when you do that? Like if you and Dricus square off next in Chicago, and you kind of go like this to him, do you think you'll know right then?
If 20 seconds, if we wrestle, I will know. So, but we'll fight. We'll fight in the fight. It looks a little bit weird, but he's a good fighter. But he's there, champ, not like just because he's, you know, like because he's Dricus, but he's work hard. He comes there and become a champ, but he's not much better fighter than me.
Whitaker. Khamzat is getting his opportunity to fight for the middleweight strap against the King of Africa, DDP. He always waits right here, and this man will shoot from here. There it is. There. Look how deep that shot was. He gets all the weight. He pushes the weight that way, and it forces you to put your hands on the mat, which you have to carry his weight. Then he's also kicking out this fucking leg. So he's blocked this, but he's also kicking that leg out too.
Go.
5, yeah.
Oh, yep, 5's right. Go up, down, and up, down. Good. 5. 10 seconds. Let's go. Oh, here you go. Come on. Come on. Yes, bring it out. Good. Good shot. Go. Go. 10 seconds. Good shot. Yeah.
Like I told before, and the guys after my fight with Robert, and they said, like, I said to the guys, watch guys, the other UFC fighters was usually strikes, they takes him down. I'm a wrestler in MMA, like one of the best wrestlers in MMA. How it's not possible to take him down, to take this guy down? If Robert took him down, and Tyron Till scramble and take over, and he took him down as well. But, you know, the guys know how which level I am in wrestling. And
I'm going out there to attack. I'm going there to kill him. I'm not going out there to defend Khamzat's takedowns. Attacking, this game doesn't work by defense. You don't win fights by defending, you win fights by attacking. At the end of the day, I'm a complete MMA fighter, and that's why I'm the best in the world. Now, I can strike with anyone, I can grapple with anyone, I can wrestle with anyone, but when it comes to putting it all together, I'm the best in the world.
Dricus Du Plessis has issued a final knockout warning to Khamzat. Chimaev ahead of their highly anticipated clash. Meanwhile, Demetrius Johnson cautioned Du Plessis about Chimaev, describing him as a relentless grappler, who focuses on dominating once he gains control. Johnson explained that when Chimaev closes the distance, opponents must be fully prepared with strong wrestling, defense and comprehensive fighting skills. Chimaev works to secure his preferred position, patiently dismantling his opponent's base, switching sides, locking hooks, and striking until he forces a submission through a choke or crank. Johnson emphasized that Chimaev's style is centered around constant wrestling rather than striking.
When you look at Khamzat, you have to look at him when he jumps on you, you better be ready for the best. You better have the best wrestling, anti-wrestling and fighting skill ready to rock and roll, because once he locks on, he's going to be looking to go to that position, which I call it home. He's going to sit there and wait, and then he's going to, let's see what you're going to do. Once you start the post, he's going to take out that post. He takes out the post. He's going to jump to the other side, take out the other post, get his hooks in, and beat you up until you give him your neck or neck crank, and he's going to take it. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to do anything on the feet. If he could, he would wrestle all the...
Michael Bisping recognized Khamzat, Chimaev's elite skill, but raised concerns over his cardio in a 5-round title fight. He warned that if Chimaev fatigues early, even in round 1, it could spell trouble against Dricus Du Plessis, who is known for relentless pressure. Bisping emphasized that without proper conditioning, Du Plessis's relentless pace and championship experience could tip the scales in his favor. The fight, he stressed, hinges on Chimaev's preparedness for Du Plessis's unyielding offense.
He is a very special fighter. However, the cardio could be an issue. Khamzat Chimaev's got a 5-round title fight, and if he does get tired in the first round, as you know, it's going to be a problem because Dricus is going to fight him hard from the opening bell. So if Khamzat Chimaev hasn't done all the necessary training, then Dricus Du Plessis will remain the champion.
Dricus Du Plessis predicted that the first round against Khamzat Chimaev would be filled with non-stop chaos, as both fighters embrace their aggressive styles. He stated that he has no intention of solely focusing on defending takedowns. Instead, he plans to attack from the outset and put Chimaev under immediate pressure. Du Plessis aims to set the pace of the fight, preventing Chimaev from controlling the action with his grappling skills.
Like absolute chaos. If you look at my it's going to be absolute chaos. I just think, I don't see him coming in with a different game plan, and me neither. I'm going out there to attack. I'm going there to kill him. I'm not going out there to defend Khamzat's takedowns.
Dricus Du Plessis highlighted Gilbert Burns' success through relentless offense and Kamaru, Usman's effective counter-wrestling as examples of how to challenge Khamzat Chimaev. Both fighters refused to be passive, forcing Chimaev to work under pressure. Du Plessis emphasized that victories are achieved by taking the initiative and attacking, rather than remaining on the defensive throughout the fight.
I'm not going out there to defend, I'm going there to attack. So I think it's going to look a little bit different. I mean, if you look at the Gilbert Burns fight and the success he had with Khamzat, that's a very, very good, even with the Usman fight, Usman was, people don't just go and defend against him. He was forced. Usman was forced to defend, and he did a great job. And then he started with his offensive wrestling and showing Khamzat that he's not the only one that can wrestle in there. I think that was a big key in that fight, which made it a very close fight. And then Gilbert Burns being an absolute animal, also not being scared of Khamzat wrestling and, going for it, attacking. This game doesn't work by defense. You don't win fights by defending, you win fights by attacking.
Moreover, Durlo stated that if the fight extends beyond 2 rounds, he believes Dricus Du Plessis will emerge victorious. However, he views Khamzat Chimaev as a significant threat in the first or second round. Overall, Durlo envisions Du Plessis coming out on top, showcasing his skills and resilience as the fight progresses.
I think if it goes past 2 rounds, I think DDP is going to win. But, anything, 1 to 2 rounds, Khamzat.
What do you think's more likely?
I could see DDP winning.
Khamzat is going to try to wrestle. He's going to utilize wrestling. One, you don't want to get knocked out, and every fight starts on the feet, but he's going to utilize his wrestling. So I think as long as DDP can harness that chaotic thing that he has, create some chaos and come out victorious, then he can either defend off his takedowns and then put pressure onto a exhausted Khamzat, or Khamzat is successful and we get a 1-rounder or something like that.
Dricus Du Plessis expressed that people often underestimate his grappling skills due to a lack of exposure. He recalled a moment when Robert Whittaker took him down, but he quickly reversed the position and dominated on the ground with heavy elbows and a choke threat. That could have ended the fight if the round had continued. Du Plessis emphasized that while his wrestling and grappling may be overlooked, he is a complete MMA fighter capable of competing in every area. He believes he is among the best in the world at integrating all aspects of the sport effectively.
Do you think people are underestimating your grappling?
Absolutely. I think, I just don't think people have seen a lot of it, so it changes the game. I think if, Khamzat mentioned it, he said, Robert Whittaker took me down. He did. He got a good time takedown. I got up very easily. When Rob took me down, I got up with no problems, took him down, and I dominated him on the floor in a way where I was landing, I cut him, I was landing massive elbows. The threat of the choke was there the whole time, and the round ended. And I'm sure if that round didn't end at that stage, it would have been the end of the fight right there. But yeah, I guess people haven't seen too much of my grappling and wrestling that much, but at the end of the day, I'm a complete MMA fighter, and that's why I'm the best in the world. You know, I can strike with anyone, I can grapple with anyone, I can wrestle with anyone. But when it comes to putting it all together, I'm the best in the
I think that comes down to, well, we know that Khamzat has shown to be a dog against Gilbert Burns, you know, so he did that. We haven't seen it often, but we know what it looks like if it gets late with DDP. So I still have to side with, if it's late, I still have to side with DDP, just because we know what he's going to do. We know he's not going to let another human being beat him in the 5th round, right? Like his 5th rounds are just, he really finds another burst of energy to win in the 5th round. So I'm not sure. We've seen it against Gilbert Burns, but we didn't see that with Kamaru Usman. Like we saw him kind of go, "Yo, I won the first 2, so I'm good." You know what I'm saying? So
he slowed down quite a bit.
Yeah, slow down quite a bit. So I think if it does go late, I would still favor Dricus Du Plessis.
Yeah.